Hey folks, hello to my reptile people tuning in. Hey, I just thought I'd make a video. It's winter here in Dallas and it is in the 40s and it went from, like 75, 80 really quickly over like a week down into the 40s and high 30s at night. And so my tegus have been, since my last video where I acted like I was crying, or I think that was one of my last videos of the tegus, but they've been asleep now for hibernating, brumating for, was it 2 or 3 weeks? My judgment of time is so screwed up. I don't go by that. I mean, we have to look at my last video, but it's been a long time, and I miss my tegus quite a bit, because they just take daily care. I kind of, relate this to being, I'm divorced parent. I'm not divorced or anything like that, but a divorced parent, and you've got kids, and you're the man, and the man usually loses custody of the children, and if you really love your children, then you go so long without seeing your children, depending on your wife and her attorney, and so it just sucks, man, being without my tegus, because if you peek in on them, you can wake them up, or you can disrupt their hibernation, their internal clock, what they're doing. So, but they're in this closet right behind me, and we'll look in there. I'm not gonna pull the cover. Maybe I will pull the cover off. I don't know. We'll just kind of have to see. But they're in the closet, and I've got a little extra heater in there, and I've got it set, with a little reptile thermostat and humidity reading gauge in there, and I've been keeping it about 65, and they've been really resting and and doing what they do when they hibernate. But let's open the closet door and take a look. Okay, so just to when the house could get cooler, I want to just keep the temperature in the room without the little heater having to run all the time, because I actually like the house cold, about 63, 62 degrees in the winter. I mean, I just like I put on more clothes and sleep better at night with it that temperature. So I just have a towel under there, and we'll pull that towel out. This closet works pretty well. There's my little heater that I have in here just to sustain heat and keep the temperature very, very steady in here, and I don't want to keep my voice up too high, but we'll pull the little heater out, and it's on a stand. It's on a stand, so if the tegus do get up, they don't go over and tip the heater over, or anything that could happen with the heater. I did separate Mac and Sassy, and that has helped, I think, if I separated them. But I just got some extra things in here just for storage. Storage tegu closet. Sassy's in here, in this one, and Mac is in this larger hide right here. Humidity hovers at about 50%. Let me see if I can angle that, make sure you see that, which is plenty fine. Over there in Argentina, the humidity is between 30 to 45% a lot of the times, unless it's raining or in the rainy months. So that's fine. And you can see my temperature right there is about it's about 68 degrees, by this cheap thermometer right here. Here they are. I'll take the top off, but like I've mentioned, I haven't looked at them, and probably it feels like 3 weeks, or 2 weeks, but it feels like it's been a month. But I took the top off maybe sometime in between then and there, and then here and now, and just to touch Mac. I haven't bothered Sassy, but obviously if the worst case scenario, I touch them and they're soft, I'm like, oh, that's good. I can poke them and you can feel their skin kind of flex, but otherwise, it'd be horrible to reach in there and they'd be stiff as a board. I'm like, oh no. But I have done that, and they're doing okay. So sound asleep. Let me poke on him and make sure he's still soft. All right, that's a good thing. He's still soft, so I know he's still with us. We're doing good. Okay, now I'm going to put the top back on Mac. I know he's good, but I'm not going to check on Sassy because she's probably pretty good too. So she's a much lighter sleeper than Mac is, and so I definitely don't want to. She's more likely to wake up, so she's good. So now we're going to, like I said, put the top on Mac and go in there and check on Manny, my snake. All right, I'd be remiss not to show my mice. If you've watched some of my previous videos, I would never have mice really as pets. Maybe as a child. I think mice are really cool beginner pets for young children. They're really cool. They're really soft and they can become very personable. But these were food for Mac and Sassy. I was raising mice last year, and sometimes the mice just become really friendly, and it's really difficult to feed your reptiles the mice when some of the mice become really, really sweet. But I have a couple left. This is what I call Honey. Honey's a very sweet mouse, and let me show you. Honey's a very sweet mouse. She's kind of a dark honey colored, and she comes to my hand and always comes up and smells me and will almost get into my hand and lets me pet her. I don't know if they like that or not. She's probably like, that sucks that you do that, rub the fur backwards, but she lets me pet her. I've only got females in here. All the males got sacrificed because I don't want to raise any more babies. I'm out of the mice raising business. But she's so sweet, and they've gotten real fat and chubby. They eat, and they come out when they see me come in to feed them. So really cool. Love mice, man. They are. They're friendly. I don't know how people are so scared of mice. I'm going to just show you inside. I got a bunch of bricks and things they can climb on, and see, here's Honey coming up to my hand. She loves coming up my hand. Got some wood that I used to have for the tegus, different bowls and different water containers that they drink out of. Honey will actually follow my hand around, and they have a little hide where they can hide right here, and some different logs and different stuff that soaks up their pee and their urine. But I have a little tunnel right there that they can cross in to another plastic crate just to give them more room. And here I've got the little wheel that they run on, another water source, some different limbs. But Honey is so cool. She follows my hand. And I call this one Ty because she's titanium colored. She's not quite as friendly, but she's not worthy of being fed to the tegus. There's Ty right there. Ty's a little darker female, and she gets in my hand. She runs away, but when she gets into my hand, she's actually pretty cool. Here we got Manny. Manny's my Nicaraguan boy's little closet that I have him in. We have a little towel down here, so let me pull the towel. That just keeps the little heater in there from having to run all the time, because the room stays about 62 degrees, and in the closet here it's got to stay about 80 degrees, 79 degrees, 80 degrees. I let the temperature drop down because it is winter, and the snakes will see winter months, so I think it's healthy for them to have a drop in temperature. My thermometer is in the cage, about 70% humidity and about 79 degrees. And when the light comes on, he stays out of the light. But when the light goes off on the timer set up right there with a strip cord for power that runs different things. So it's set on a timer. And so daytime he goes in and hides. At night he comes out, and he always lays right here. Just lays right here. But let me show you. We're going to pull him out, or take a look at him. Okay, there he is in all his glory, and he is now, I measured him about 3 feet 1 inch long, and see, he pushes away the little coconut wood chips, and he just kind of likes to lay down on the flat dirt there. But he likes to stay out of the light during the day, and at night he'll come out and cruise around. But let me pull him out and we'll take a look at him. I have a ReptiPad, or I don't remember the brand, but there's the little timer, or the temperature gauge that powers the heat pad, and there's the cord running up right here, the cord, and it's set to 85 degrees. and it just keeps him warm under there, under his hide. I think that's pretty critical. Instead of having, I guess you could have a ceramic heated mitt or two, but again, during the day, he stays under there, and when I pick him up, he actually feels, he's not cold. I mean, he's not hot, but he's just warm. He's nice under there. So, okay, so here's Manny, and I'm used to speaking loud to get the recording, but I have a mic on. But Manny is, I don't take him out because it's just cold, It's just in the wintertime, just kind of sucks. But then the super, super hot summers really kind of suck too, because it's Texas is like the worst. It gets cold and it gets dramatically hot. I mean, in the 100 degrees for like 2 months. So it's just kind of miserable both worlds. It's just either miserably cold or miserably hot. And there's like a month where it's really good in the 70s and the low 80s. But you can see, I just want to share, he's so good to hang on. He I don't know, if we've had some accidents when he was little, and he's just so in tune to holding on so well. This last 6 inches of his tail's always got something. It's either wrapped around my shirt or anything that he can get traction on. So if he falls, he at least is wrapped around with his tail. Now, I don't know, he's not an arboreal snake. I think he's more a terrestrial, and that may be part of it. But man, he's really cool to cruise around. Likes to be around me. A lot of boas will try to go from your hand to your body to the ground. They're always like a husky. Huskies are never satisfied. Husky dogs never satisfied where they are, and if they get out, they will travel miles or to another state, just wandering. Manny, the Nicaraguan boa, is just really cool, just to kind of chill out. He's not as boring as what I would consider some snakes, but not too overly gotta go somewhere, like maybe some of the colubrids, rat snake. I mean, they're looking for a way down and a way to go, poof, be gone. So he's not boring, but it's not super fast, not super slow, and loves to get on me and just kind of go around and cruise around. I don't know what he's doing on my back, but yeah, he's about 3 feet long. Such a great snake, very well tempered. Only snapped at me one time when he was younger, and I had the smell of mouse, or he thought he was going to be fed. And one time he did snap at me and just nicked my finger. It wasn't bad, and I'm very blessed to have him and my 2 tegus. Love my pet reptiles. Really good. And there goes my mic. Was holding on to my mic, and anything he can grab on to with his last portion of his tail, so he doesn't fall if he loses grip. Such a cool snake, man. So easy to hang around with and good time, and he's or go somewhere else. It's just not a worry with this snake. But again, bye-bye. Thanks for tuning in. Have a great day, great winter. Can't wait for summer to come so I can wake up my tegus and maybe build an outdoor enclosure for them, and get back into the routine with things. And then